back to my channel. I am so glad you guys are here. If this is your first time, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy your stay and you want to come back for more videos. If you do, click the subscribe button down below, the little bell next to that. If you click on that, that'll let you know when I upload new videos. Welcome back to all my returning friends. I'm so glad you guys are here. It's been a while. It's been a long while. My name is Jodi. My channel here is Jodi's Creative Corner, as well as over on Instagram, which I'm more frequently posting on there as of late. Hopefully getting back into this. I think I said that in my last video. That was quite a few months ago, but it's 2025. It's a new year. Hopefully I can stay on a relatively normal schedule in there, but today is going to be catch up. I'm going to throw in a whip parade of all my whips of cross stitch, known here on YouTube as Flosstube. So I'm going to be doing my Flosstube number 40, which is going to be a whip parade, and then I'm going to transition into my crochet section area that I'm going to do, and then just a life update going on there. So we're going to start this one off as Flosstube 40 whip parade, and I have them all around me. I've got stuff that's on this side of me that is stuff that I'm working on for this month, and then all my other whips that are going to get rotated in through the year. So you'll be seeing me bend down and pulling things up, opening up bags. None of the bags are opened. There's a few stitches down below, projects that I have on Q-snaps that I'll probably take off one of them. The other one, there's not enough for it even to show you to take it off the Q-snap. So we're going to dive in. Normally I have a list of things going of what I'm going to be doing, so I know what each one is. We're just going to wing it and see what's in my bags and pull them out. We're going to start with my planner that I have for this year, planner for the cross stitcher soul, and I forget who it's from. I saw it originally on, who did I see to post that? Jenny from I'll put it down here at the bottom of the screen because I can't think of their channel name. And I know it's the two sisters out in Wyoming. I'm just looking to see if it says on here who, the lady's name is Terry. I don't know. Anyways, so it's a nice big planner on there. You know, you've got your section for the month. So of course, you know, you've got your big layout. So I got mine, how I'm doing mine for the month. So you've got all your months in there. Oh, let's see. Get down to whips and charts section in it. So I've got all my whips listed in here. They're not in the order of how my bags are, but we'll wing it and see how well it goes. I am doing Whip Go this year, and I've already done my two Whip Goes that calls for this month, number 20 and number 11, which was Mother Nature Summer and Strength and Dignity by the Proper Stitcher. I've already put in my 500 stitches on each of those. They each got their 3-day rotation because that is what I'm doing for the month of January. Each stitch is getting 3 days working on that, and then I move on to the next one. I don't know where my, yes I do, it's right here. So the ones that I've already stitched on this month is the Proper Stitcher, and I hear Maggie outside. So you're gonna see a glare. So it's this one, Strength and Dignity. On that, I got my 500 stitches in on that, and then a little bit more. And this is on, I don't know what fabric it's on. Nope, I don't. All I know it's a 32 count. So I got that far on that, and this will come back out somewhere later on down this year after I go through all of my stitches. But that's how far I got on that one. I have it. So I got these library cards. Saw this on the Floss Boston Cousins in their description box. I saw that. So it's just like a library card. It's got a little sticky on the back that you can put on your finished project when you're done. These are going to come in handy. So on there, I've got everything written out what I need. So it is on 32 count Atomic Ranch, Mellowstone, and then it's the called for floss. And I started it originally August 25th, put in just a few stitches when I was out in Wisconsin visiting my friends Linda and Vicky, and then picked it up and worked on it and got that going. So the library cards are going to come in very handy. Not all of my projects have them, but once I work on them, they'll get a new library card in there, and those will go on each project. I'm just going to throw these on the floor and clean up afterwards. And then I just finished the rotation of Mother Nature Summer, which is in the Just Cross Stitch magazine, June of 23. And this is on, I didn't write it down on hers yet. This was a fabric from my stash. I don't have a who it's by, but I know it's a 32 count. That is my go-to, 32. Transitioning into 36, but 32 is where I'm at. And that's how far I got on her. So I put in my 500 stitches down here and then started some of it down here, finished a little bit up here, and then went on more up on her hair and then her face. The skin I'm doing 1/1 on there, but that's how far I'm at on her. Is it going to show? I don't know if you can see some of the modeling. It's kind of got some purplies and blues, and I don't know if it's got any green undertone in it, but anyway, so that is that one. I think I have like 32, 34, 35 whips. I don't know. More than I'm used to. So that is whip number 2. My New Year's Day start in the first 3 days of the month. Both of those bags were House of Stitch and Stash. This one is a bag that my friend Wendy made. This, let me move my needle minder out of the way a little bit. Grab out my library card. So my New Year's Day start is Let Freedom Ring by Lila's Studio. There is a Facebook group, Let Freedom, or Freedom 250. So it's the 250th anniversary of our, I don't know, something that's going to be happening in 2026 on Facebook. I don't think I have it written down anywhere. I don't. So I started that on New Year's Day. Worked on that for 3 days. I'm just looking. Fabric is 36 count Edinburgh Small Potatoes, I think is what she had written down. It was hard to read. Yeah, Small Potatoes, the lady's handwriting at the LNS I go to. But this is how far I got, and this is transitioning into 36 count, and I'm liking it using the one thread. I never thought I would get that far in my thing. I mean, I switched from Ada to linen or even weave, and now I'm really liking 36 and just using one thread. But that's how far I'm at on that, so you can see the modeling in the fabric. But got all that portion in. So from the section up and then down and then all the way over here, that would be one page. So I have just a little bit more in here. That'll be the first page done. There's multiple pages in this chart. But that's how much I got done in 3 days. It helped with me being on vacation, so I had lots more time to stitch. So we'll see how my stitching will be slowing down back to work now. But that was a lot of fun, and it's so pretty. I love the fabric. Love, 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 love that. So that is stitch number 3. And now I am working on the Jesus by Vervaco. This is a kit. I'm just looking at everything in here. I don't see. Anyways, I got it off 1, 2, 3 stitch. So it's this. It's my second time stitching it. My other one I gave to my oldest. He wanted a picture of Jesus. He says, can you stitch me one? I said, well, I can do you one better. I can give you mine and then I can restitch mine and I can do it on different fabric. So this is what I'm working on now. This is the start of, today is the start of my 3-day rotation, which today is Saturday, January 11th. Yes. So start of my 3-day rotation, which would be Saturday, and then Monday, Tuesday. Sunday, I do some different kind of things. So Sunday is a split day on crochet and cross stitch. So my 3-day rotation is going to be Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But anyways, this is how far I am on the Jesus head. So I just started this portion. So this one had already been done, and this is what I've been working on a little bit today. But that's where I'm at on that. This is a needle and flax. Did I put the card in here? I did. 32 count needle and flax Thornfield is the fabric, and then the called for floss that was in the kit. And there, but that's what I'm working on right now. I might as well just go on this one because this will be for tomorrow. Sundays from now until the end of the year, or if I get this finished, I'm going to be devoting half the day on Sunday to, to work on Founding of America by Twin Peak Primitive. Because I want to get this done this year, if possible. So half a day of Sunday from now until June 2nd, 3rd. I don't know what the first Sunday in June is. I'm working on an Afghan for Lainey that you'll see in a little bit. So that gets my attention the first half of Sunday, and then the second half of Sundays is working on this. And then starting that second Sunday in June, we'll be solely working on this all day long. So that'll get 5 days worked on in the year. I can get everything pulled out without making a huge mess. And this is another bag by Wendy that she made me. I might as well take this one out of this so you can see it in its full glory. None of my projects will be ironed. They get ironed at the end. I'm going to take that needle out so I don't lose that. This is on a 32 count. Oh, I don't even know. And I don't have a slip in this one yet. I have to get this one updated. Country Mocha, maybe. I'm not even gonna try to guess. So it's how much I've got done right now. Let's see if I can move forward now that I've got charts falling down on me here. So the border, Betsy, George Washington in there. So that is where I'm at on that one. And again, this will be worked on tomorrow. I'll put this back in the hoop afterwards, but that's George Washington, Founding of America. It's gonna stay up there. Pardon why I bend down and grab everything here. Never said I was a professional YouTuber, so you'll see me bending down, picking things up, what have you, scooching my chair back up. Just got a text. Let's see if I can move these like right in front here. This next one that'll get some attention this week. It's in my Anne of Green Gables bag. This one happens to be the book club one that I started after they had already done it. 32 count Winter Moon Zweigart, and it's called for floss. So working on that one. All my floss in there. Where is she? And that's how far I got on that one. So that one will get some more attention. And this one's fun to stitch too. I can't wait till I get Anne in there. She's going to be so pretty. Get everybody back in. She goes down below because that's what I'm working on this month. Yes, this one's getting some attention. This one I started, I better take it here because I can see some of the pattern, when I was out in Wisconsin in August. So this was started in August. I don't have anything written down on this one. I do here because I picked up the kit. I got to stop and think. This, I believe, is 36 count Dames of the Needle Mad Hatter's Tea Towel. Yes, because I bought the kit. So 36 count Mad Hatter's Tea Towel, and it's the Spring Chickens Pin Keep by Stacy Nash. And I originally started it, and I had the border start going over, was doing some of that, and I'm like, something's not right, so I had to frog it. Well, I should say Linda frogged it for me because I was irritated, so she frogged it. And I restarted it, and it's just a meager start just so I could have a start on it. So I just have that little itty bitty bit right there on there, but it's a start. And then I got my little chicken needle minder that I picked up at Stitch West in October. So just a meager start on that one. So she'll get some attention this month. Oh my goodness. Let's see. In this bag, which has got some gnomes on it, I got to pull them out because I got them in each individual. Working on stitches from Little Stitch Girl and her mom Jamie. These were things that we were gifted when we were at Stitch West in 2023. So I'm working on Winter Departs by Jamie. And 32 count linen London Fog Under the Sea fabrics, and I believe that's what Jordan's is as well, the same fabric. And that's where I'm at on Winter Departs. It says, I love when winter starts, but even more when winter departs. We've had a pretty mild winter so far. Haven't got hit by all the snow that everybody else is getting in the portions of the country, which is fine by me. It's got something. Yep, so Jordan's is on the same. So this is Little Stitch Girl Snow Capped. And with them using the same floss, I just kept it in the same bag. Hers, I am lots of wrinkles in it from all the folds. Not as far on hers, but the border a little bit, and then the tree. Do I have any of the snowflake? Yeah, there's snow up in here. You can't really see it. It's up in there. There it is. But that's where I'm at on Jordan's. And if you can hear the TV in the background, my husband's in there watching football, taking a little bit of a break, and then I have to go back out and finish helping him, so hopefully I can get done with these. So this can stay in here, so I have to work on that. And then the last one for the month of January is another Anne of Green Gables. I don't have a card in here. This one is by the Little Stitcher. And this one was started a long time ago, back when I was still doing Ada. So this one is on Ada. I want to say it's a 16 count. Lots of wrinkle. This one's almost finished too. But that's where I'm at on that one. And I have an idea for a finish, and I may be gifting it to a friend and her granddaughter. But that is where I'm at on that one. Okay, so that is for the month of January. Hopefully nothing falls out. Let me move that over there. The rest are going to be filtered in throughout the year. Going forward, I think on February and on, Monday through Friday is when I'm going to focus on rotations for projects. I'll still do them like every 3 days, trying to filter them in. Saturdays, I want to work on Let Freedom Ring all day on that one. And then Sundays will still be Founding of America and my Laney's Afghan. I stop and think. So that's how I'm going to go forward on that. So now we're just going to start going in with all my whips. So a lot of my bags are from Wendy and House of Stitch and Stash. So that's what I have in there. Ooh, this is one that I started on Christmas. On Christmas Day. And I didn't put anything on this one. This is by the Twin Peak Primitives, and this is their 2024 Santa. That's the Santa with the chickens. This one was a fun start. Put this in here so I can have my colors that I need. Put in there. And of course, all the fabric choices are on Instagram, so I don't have a card in this one. All I know is a 32 count. That's all I know. If I think of it, I'll run down at the bottom what that is. But that's how far I got. Worked on this Christmas Day through the end of the year, I believe. So I got quite a bit of attention on that Santa. He's fun. In there, don't zip up the bag. And I have this one, So Much to Love. Yes, So Much to Love. Red, White, and Bloom. This one is my Teresa Kogut, Lincoln's Eagle, and this is on an 8 to 20 count. I know that. I don't think I have a slip in here. Nope, I don't. This one is almost done. This one will be done this year. That's how far I am. I just basically got to finish up the border. Let me have a look. Yeah, I just got to put in the border here and then down here. So yeah, and then that one will be done, and I'm going to finish this on a book from how I saw it at StitchCon the first year that I went, so 2021 I believe, and it's going to go in a book, and that'll go in my patriotic area in the dining room. But that's Lincoln's Eagle. I lost count of how many projects we're at. This one, I forget who made this for me, but fun little bag. It's a Mirabilia Crescent Dreams. It's a 32 count, I know that. Let's see, this is the top. And that's how far I'm at on that one. And this will get framed and sent over to Christopher and Ivy for Miss Laney. Another cross stitch for my sweet baby girl. I'm just looking to see. I don't have any stats on this one and when I started it. Obviously, it was started after I found out we were having a granddaughter, so within the last year. This is in a fall bag. So this is a fall stitch. Autumn in the Village by Stony Creek. That. I don't know when I stopped writing on 3x5 cards. This is a 32 count. And again, I don't know. I just have the first one done. And I've been back stitching as I'm going. So I finished up that, so that we got back stitch. I'm just now finished the house or close to it. So I'll probably back stitch when I do that just to make everything pop on it. But that's how far I'm at on that one. This is another Mirabilia. What's this one? Raven Queen. So this one I'm doing a different fabric, so it's not, I'm not going to be stitching everything around her. I'm just doing her on there. This is on a 32 count, and there's nothing in here. It's a fabric flare that I picked up in Utah. Stitchery Express. When we walked in the first year that I was out there, walked in there, they had this model in there, and I'm like, oh, sold, I want it. I want the fabric, I want to do it. And that's how far I am on her. So all it is going to be her, but that's her background. So this is the fabric that's, you know, printed, of course, and then stitching her. So all of the white spots that you see around her hair and her earring, those are beads that'll be put in when I'm all done. But that's where I'm at on her. And her skin, I am doing 1/1. I can't see. Let's see, make sure I get in there. 1/1 on the skin. Somewhere I made a boo-boo over in here, so I had to pick that out, and I think I got it corrected, but she's gorgeous. Absolutely love her. So much fun. That's Raven Queen, or Queen Raven. Raven Queen. I was right. Put it away. When she gets finished, I have another one that I want to start. I've got everything for it. Hopefully the fabric, I picked out some fabric that will go with it. But that'll come once I start it, so we won't get into that one. This next one, Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery, Stitcher's Retreat House. Sorry for the glare. This one I'm doing on a 25 count, so I'm doing 1/1 on it. Don't know the name of that fabric either. Boy, I'm horrible. I started this back when we were at our old house, and it was kind of like a work stitch. I was just kind of working on it, so I haven't really done a whole lot on it. It looks like there's still a needle in here. Nope, it's not a needle. It's the fabric. Lugana 25 count mushroom. So that's what this is. So I don't got very much done in this. I haven't picked this up in a long while. But doing that, so 1/1 on this one. And that's fun to stitch too. Yeah, really pretty. I just have to look at it. It's been a while since I pulled this one out, but that is where I'm at on that one. When you don't stitch on everything in a while and then you pull something out, I'm like, oh, okay, yes. I don't lose anything. I got strings everywhere. Strings and static. One of my bags from Rika. This is another one of my Mother Nature stitches from the Just Cross Stitch magazine. So this is Mother Nature Autumn. And this one was out of the August 2023. And this is on a Grace Notes fabric. I do have that. Make sure there's no other. So Grace Notes, 32 count Lugana Hazelnut Cream. And all I've got done on her is her hair. So she's not very far. She's one of the ones that there's not a lot of stitches in there, but I got her hair going. So that's her fabric that she's on. But that'll be fun once that starts coming together more. I think the one I'm the furthest one on these Mother Natures is the winter one. That one's almost finished. Try to fold them so they don't have so many wrinkles in them, but this is another Mother Nature, another Rika bag. This one, Mother Nature 32 count Jobelin Grace Notes fabrics, and it is on Peaches and Cream. Oops, that's got the pattern on that side, but that is the spring one. And this was out of the April of 2023 Just Cross Stitch magazine. And so Peaches and Cream fabric. And that's where I'm at on her. So there's the fabric. So pretty. And the skin on all of these, I'm doing 1/1. Each of these started on the first day. So like first day of winter, I started it, first day of spring, first day of summer, first day of autumn. And then the Christmas one that I have, I started on Christmas Day a year ago Christmas. Okay. Okay. Took a quick little break to rearrange some stuff. Okay, this next one is in a bag by Wendy. So I got a lot of patriotic bags because that is kind of my jam of stuff that I like to stitch, is my patriotic. Let's see, this is God Shed His Grace by Finally a Farm Girl. On there. I don't know the fabric. Next time when I show them, I will have everything that we need because I will have cards in all of them going forward. So this is how far I am at on this one. This one was so much fun to stitch, and for a while there I just couldn't put it down. I kept going, but got the border. I've got hanging strings of threads leading off where I was, but so much fun. The eagles were fun. Doing the tree. And that horse, oh, it's so cute. But yes, so much fun. Can't wait to get to back on that one. But so we have that one. Another bag by Wendy. This one is my Cinnamon Stars. I kind of know what's in some of the bags, so let me pull this out so you won't show the pattern. So Cinnamon Stars by Plum Street. Here. Do I have a card in here? Probably not. Nope, but there's a tag on the fabric. So this fabric is 32 count Weathered Stone by Atomic Ranch. And I didn't cut it off, so we've got the full on there, so modeling on it. But that is where I'm at on Cinnamon Stars. I like doing the stonework on the house. That's really fun. But so that's where I'm at on that. I probably could cut it off by now, but I just haven't done that yet. Which is a good thing, because then I wouldn't have had the name of the fabric. And I've got a big old pile. Another bag by Wendy. This is a Teresa Colgate fabric. So this one, ooh, Beauty Fades. So I am doing an altered version on this. So it's, it's got where I can see it a little better now. I don't like doing alphabets. So the alphabet is being taken off. And so I'm doing the top border, not doing the alphabet. This I'm not doing here. I'm moving her up. And then I think I'm putting these down below her, and I'm not stitching the bottom part. I saw it on Kindred Stitcher. Do I have it written down somewhere? No. On her Instagram, how she has her stitch, I'm like, I like that. So I have it saved somewhere where I'm doing it. But I know I'm not stitching the bottom part. So I think this is going to be down below her. So she's being moved up. And then I'm not stitching the bottom. And I'm doing some conversions that the Kindred Stitcher had posted. Oh, I have a card. So yeah, conversions and adaptations from the Kindred Stitcher on there. So it's 36 count baked clay, fox and rabbit. And am I doing it 1/1? I have to be doing it 1/1. I have to stop and look. Yes, I'm doing it 1/1. And this was a stitch that I started when I met Linda halfway. We went, it was in Illinois somewhere, and we took a girls' weekend and just kind of camped out in a hotel room and stitched. But that's where I'm at on her. And of course she's in purple, so that's my change on that. But I did the conversion how Kindred Stitcher did her roses. So the roses are different on Teresa Colgate's thing. I loved how she did it. And I love these roses so much that, I don't know which, I think it's this one I'm going to be restitching, and I'm going to be doing like a nameplate that I want to stick on a thing that I will put in front of me when I go to retreats, which I haven't gotten around to. We'll see when I get to it, but anyways. And then her hair, of course, I did in Current by what's it, Colorworks, I think, because it matched my hair color, which my hair color is changing because I'm not coloring my hair anymore, so I'm letting it go gray, letting the natural roots come in and the grayness, and yeah, so it's a process. But anyways, I still love that color of hair, so a lot of my girls will have that. But this one is fun. I got a hanging string on that one, so let's fold that so I don't lose it. Okay, get it tangled up and stuff. I believe she's on my Whip Go as well. Let's see, where's my Whip Go page? Yes, Beauty Fade. So she'll get called sometime this year, where she'll get her 500 plus her extra days. Another Rika bag, House of Stitch and Stash. Stacy Nash, Merry Autumn Pin Keep. There's a glare. And I bought this kit from Country Sampler when I was out there. That's an extra piece of string. So the fabric, because it was a kit, 36 count needle bling linen broom glass. Yes. Not very far on this at all. Making sure it's one string. Yep. So I just have just the border. And I started this out in August when I was out in Wisconsin. So not very far on that at all. So that'll get some nice love once it comes up in its, is it on here? Yep, this is on my Whip Go as well. A lot of mine are on here, ones that I wanted to get some attention on. This is my Mother Nature Winter. So pretty. As much as I hate winter, she is so pretty. So this is let's see, February of 2023, just Cross Stitch Magazine. And this is Live and Die LA, 32 Laguna Quicksilver. And I started it December 21st of 2023. And that's where she's at. So she's almost done. Did I do any back stitching? No. Oh, just around her face, because her face was kind of creeping me out a little bit. So I had to get her face done. But that's where she is. Her skin's 1/1 as well. But I absolutely love her. So oh, it looks really washed out there. Anyways, but there she is. She's so pretty. This is a bag that is made by Bella Rose Needleworks. So this matches our fabric, the bag, to go with Make Your Day Count. That's what's in here. This is what I got from, where's my chart? Stitch West this last year from Hands On Design. So we got the chart. There's a magnet in here. We got all the floss. We got all the fabric. We got all the finishing kits. And then Jeanette said, oh, I found some fabric and making some bags. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be all about it. So as soon as she posted it on her website, I snatched it up. So it's a bag that matches the backing fabric and everything that Kathy gifted us in there. So where's mine? So this one is on, where's the fabric? I think I would have it and I would know it. It's in this. It's in the little telling us what it's on. 32 count slate fabrics by Stephanie. Oh, I'll just put that in there like that. That is where I'm at on that. So, and then I've got more fabric to go with the other two pieces that can be put in there. We have this that she had given us, and then another option of just doing, where is it? There's somewhere to make the small, just the small ones. We've got enough fabric to do all three of those that she gifted us. So that's in this bag. We'll get working on that again. But love it. My pile is a big old pile down here. This is my Christmas one. This one is, it's a Christmas bag. Creative Carol Designs. This is Mother Nature Christmas. And this was December of 23. Oh, there's a glare. And I'm quite a ways on her as well. This is on 32 count even weave waxing moon dyed effect fabric flare. So here's the fabric. You can't really see. It's just a, yeah, it's not that much of a design on it, but anyways, there she is. This one I did quite a bit of back stitching as I went on her, but really pretty. her. Almost to the end. I got just a little bit of pile right there. And another one of my Rika bags. Love her bags. This one is by New York Dreamer, Jesus the True Vine. No, I'm not doing it on that fabric. Do I have a card in here? I do not have a card in here. I have a Grand Guard in there. I can put that over in my pile. I know it's a 32 count. And I'm not very far on this one at all. I gotta see and see. Is that the side that I'm doing? Yes, that's the side. So just part of the vine. So that was just a brief start. I believe I started this out in Wisconsin as well in August. So close you can see. I don't know what fabric it is. But again, when I show it, when more progress is done, when it gets called or it comes into a rotation, I'll have better stats. Better stats. We now have a pause button on the iOS. I never used to have that. I just noticed that. I'm like, oh, what's this? Okay, this is in a bag that, I forget who made it for me. Oh, it's one of the sisters out in Wyoming. Jenny and Nancy. The Bougie Stitchers. I knew I would catch it, but anyways, the bag that Nancy made. I don't know what's in this one. It's been that long since I've opened this, so I have no idea. Let's see, let's be surprised. Oh, I know what's in here. Okay, so this is from Cornerstone Stitchery, Harmony, here in Michigan. So she started doing some designing, and this one is Knit Me Together. And I'm doing my colors in purple, of course. And this is on, let's see, is it that one? No, this isn't. This one's Heather on a Hill. I think that one goes in here. I'm not sure what the fabric is on this. I'm not very far in it at all. I am using Threadworks cotton floss, and I'm using that's not what I'm using. I don't know why this says Classic Colorworks, because that's not colonial copper. That's not what that is. This is Thread Gatherer Silken Colors Asnian Flower. Here, let's pull it out this way so you can see it on the skein. But I'm using that floss that I'm doing it on. I have a different bobbin. I got to fix that. But I'm not very far. Just started on one of the rows over here. So just a meager start on that, and I don't know what the fabric is here. I know it's going to be on my Instagram, but got to get back to that one. The other one that's in this bag, I haven't started it, so it's not really a whip, but I'll show it anyways because it's right here. That fabric might be Atomic Ranch Orchid. I've got a little sticky note. Or it might be, no, this one. That fabric was Grace Note Fabrics Heather on a Hill. That goes with that one. This one's Atomic Ranch Orchid that I'm going to be doing my Holy, Holy, Holy one on. Again, by Cornerstone Stitchery. And I haven't started it, and I don't know what colors I'm going to use, but that's the fabric that I'm going to do it on. It's in the bag. I'll share it, even though it's not a whip. That is that one, if you could see the pile. This is a bag that Shelly made. She's in Alabama. Can't think of her channel name. She used to be Proverbs 31, and now she's changed. This one, I don't have a working copy on this because it's something I downloaded. It's on my iPad, but it's Primrose Cottage Autumn Quaker, I believe. I'm using Farmhouse Flossy Harvest Time Floss. That's how far I am. I don't know if that must be the top. I don't know. But that's how far I'm at on that one. And just using the variegated floss. Put it back in there so I don't lose that floss. Another bag by Wendy. That's all purple. Matching grime guard. This is my Michigan stitch, so I'm gonna have to bring it back this way because it's the work, it's the chart. So got it off Etsy by Vlada X Stitch, V-L-A-D-A, yeah, X Stitch, and I had her do it in purple for me. So it's a variation of purple for Michigan. This is a 32 count something. I don't know. But that's how far I'm at on that. So I've got part of the upper part of Michigan and then starting on some of the UP up yonder. Getting that in there. Somewhere along the way over in here, I had a counting error. I had to frog a whole bunch of it and I got me frustrated and I put it up for quite a bit. And then I pulled it back out and tried to get it back in. So I think I'm back on the right track on that. But that's how far I am on Michigan. Don't zip up the fabric. Oh, another autumn bag by Wendy. This has got some gnomes on it and my zipper pull broke. I gotta get that fixed. This one is Mirabilia Autumn in My Garden. On her. This is on 32 count natural linen by White Schultz, and I'm using the called for DMC. Not a huge fan of this fabric. It's just really rough feeling, but it's getting there. So I've got a little bit of, I think she's done. Let me look at it. She is done. So I've got the bottom border to do and then all the leaves and the pumpkins around her skin. I started her as just doing it regular, and then when I was starting on, I think it was Lady of the Flag that I started with 1/1 skin. So all the other ones that I had stitched, I ripped it out and put their skin in 1/1. And I love that. And changed her hair color, of course, to that current. But that's where I'm at on that one. Lady of the Flag's next. This one is a working copy because I'm borrowing Lady of the Flag from a friend, and that one is up in safekeeping, so I do not destroy that one or lose it or what have you. So I have my working copy of Lady of the Flag, and I'm changing my colors. I am doing the silver version found on Facebook, on the Facebook group. Silver conversion, 32 count Moonless Witch's Sky by Fabric Flare. Started this July of 2023. But we'll hold it out and then I'll bring her up. So it's on that fabric because I saw it done on somebody's on Facebook group and found it out at Stitchery Express. Fold it so I can bring her up. I got the upper portion of the flag, but when I started stitching her skin 1/1, I can't see where we're at. Absolutely loved how it looks. So all of them, all my peoples, ladies, what have you, they're all gonna have 1/1, like all my Mother Natures and everything. But absolutely love it. The flag or the flame. There was a conversion in the silver one, So I adapted to that. But she's absolutely gorgeous. So she'll be in my rotation for quite a while because I don't see me getting her done anytime soon. Getting her done. My working copy. This fun bag. The Daisy Chain Quilt Company. I got that out in Utah at Stitch West the first year I went out. Oh, this is one that Linda and I started last year when we went to Stitch West. That was our start out there. Harvest Moon by Annie Belcher. And this is 36 count. Stitch Me One More Reproduction. And I think Linda kitted this up for me so I would have everything. So I don't even have my floss wound yet because I have just a small start on her. A very, very small start on this. This is another one of the border. I gotta find out where it's at. So just a very, very small line, so nothing spectacular, but look at that fabric. Isn't that gorgeous? But so that'll get some more love on that. That house is going to be a beast. But so just a small little start on that one. Don't know where I got this bag from. I don't see any markings on it. This is Be Still by A New Creation Studio. And I'm doing this on a 32 count linen from Linda. So I don't know what she gave me. She didn't have a tag on that. So she usually harps on me when I don't remember the names of my fabric, but she gave me something and there was no markings on it. But I am almost done with this. A little bit of stitching left, and then I just gotta put the beads in. Well, I guess there's a little bit more. I got the words, but the words won't take me that long. So I have just a little bit of the border left to do. I gotta look at it, and then the words in the middle. But that is really fun. Am I doing it 1/1? I have to be doing it 1/1 if I'm doing it on 36 count. I think I am. Anyways, that's fun to do. It looks like there's a fold. Well, there's a little bit of fold in there, but I got my border. I got white stitching right in there. But that is that one. That'll probably be close to a finish. If not, I finish the next time I work on that in a 3-day rotation. That's on my string, I can feel it. Whip Go board as well. 2 more. Okay, another bag by Wendy. This is a gold collection by Dimensions. One of the trips had to have been the first year I went out to Stitch West. Been out there 3 times. One with Linda, one with... Yeah, 3 times. So one of the first times I went out there, somebody had this stitch that was on the brag table, and I fell in love with it. I'm like, I have got to find it. Had to find it on eBay, I think is where I found it, or did I find it on Amazon? One of the two. And got that. I was going to try to change her hair. That turned into be a nightmare, and I said, nope, I'm going to do called for. And then had Linda help me pick out fabric because I didn't want all of this border around her. That's stitched. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to find fabric that would mimic it somewhat, so all I have to do is just stitch her. And we found fabric. Did I write it down? No, that's our dimensions. I did. Honey Amber Seraphim, 36 count. Yes, Started this March 9th of 2023. So, and I have enough fabric of this that there's another kind of companion piece in this line that I'm going to stitch on the other half of the fabric. So here's the fabric. So it mimics it somewhat. And I think we tried to, I hope I have her in the right spot. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't know. I'm not ripping it out again, but that's how much I got done on her. Anyways, all the detail on the face, just so pretty. And you bring it back and oh, she's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. This one I said I am not doing 1/1 skin on this one. So this is just getting the regular stitching. Oh, there's a loose thread. I'll have to fix that. But anyways, women with the bouquet. The two of us trying to figure out where to place her to get her in the right spot, and the shading around so it would look the same, and calculating. It was quite comical we were doing this. And then the last one, another Rika bag. This is what I call my grandma stitch. Somewhere I don't know how many floss tubes. Maybe I'll have it linked up in the iCard, which will be up here, I believe, where I talk about it in more detail. But this is on a 32 count linen. Let's see, I haven't done the church yet, or the needlework shop. I'm trying to think. So I have Little House Needleworks, the church, the needlework shop, the ice cream shop. Oops, there's a glare. The pet store, Grandma's house. This is all the Hometown Holiday series. And then the Main Street Station. Is that where I'm at on all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. I've got 3 of the 6 stitched. And I'm doing all, all in a row in the long fabric. So I've got the train, the depot station, Grandma's house, and the pet store. So that is where I'm at on my storyline. So train station, go to Grandma's, we're going to the pet store, we're going to stop at the needlework shop, then we're going to get ice cream. And then we go to church. There's the story and wherever it's at. But that's where I'm at on those. So I've got 3 of the 6 done. And these ones are kind of quick stitches. I can kind of almost finish them in a 3-day rotation. And that, my friends, is my whips for my floss tube. Whew. There you go. So now we are going to move on to my crochet. So I'm going to pause the video for a second and I can move some things around to get them up here because I kind of got them down on a pile there. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So we're going to talk about Lainey's Afghan first. So I'm doing a birth Afghan for my granddaughter, where I'll have some pictures at the end, just a few. That I was going to do the temperature Afghan style. So I'm doing it for her birth year. So from June 2nd through June 1st. So it'll give me a full, I had something in my eye, full year. And I'm using the highs on the even days and lows on the odd days for my temperature. And I'm doing it in a granny square on the bias, I think is what it's called. And I gotta see how it goes this way. And I'm doing my squares, and I'm doing join as I go, or join as I go. So this is where I am at with her. So, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I'll insert a picture of where it is. So I'm doing all the different squares. So of course they're all the, the different colors of the palette that I'm doing. And we'll just kind of go around this way. That's as wide as it will be. And then as tall as it'll be. So I've got, the other half that we're going into the year, because I've got 6 months done, because she is 6 months. No, she's 7 months as of January 2nd. There's one day, is it the brown? I gotta look. The color palette is kind of the colors that Mom likes. So this one brown day, that was a 90-degree day here in Michigan, but that's what her blanket is. And I like it. And I like doing it, the squares, or, the smaller things, instead of doing a row for each day, so it's not a huge blanket. So I started one for myself for this year. So that's Lainey's blanket. And we'll come back in. Where's mine? I decided I'm going to start one for myself. I've got a couple that I've done. Oh, I did shades of purple. I did the traditional rainbow looking colors. This one, I am doing a hexagon. And I got some strings I haven't woven, but this is what mine's going to be. I gotta say, so this is day 1, January 1st, so I gotta get it right. So it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be pretty much the same, like 16 wide. The gaps in here, I'll be doing just the border portion of it. It's just gonna be all white. So what I'm doing is, excuse me, the color in the center of the hexagon, the 2 rounds, is the average temp of the day. And then doing a border to join all my squares in white. So the colors will be the temperatures. So I've got 1 through the 9th, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, I got through January 9th. And I'm kind of working on this while I'm working, just getting my days. So this kind of be like a work project to get done. They don't take very long to do, and then just to join them as I go. But it looks wonky right now. It'll start to simulate something of a Afghan in the portion. And then this is just for me to, all of my little stitch markers, January 1, and then the top portion of the blanket, so I can kind of gauge, because it's going on a diagonal, and it's a weird diagonal. It's not kind of like the same how I was doing with Lainey's blanket, but just so I know how to do it. And it takes me a minute to stop and think. I'm like, okay, how am I going to get the rest of them in there? And it took me a little bit to figure it out, but it looks weird now, but it'll get there. It'll get there. And I have a color palette. I'll put the diagram and everything. I'll put some pictures afterwards on it. But that's my Afghan. Y'all saw, I think I did an update of all of my Pooh characters that I crocheted, right? I have to show them again because it ties in with the last one that I did. So we've got Pooh, and we've got Tigger, and we got Piglet. We got Eeyore, which is my favorite. It's so cute. Well, I had to do Roo and then Kanga, right? Because you got to have Kanga, the mom. When I started doing this one, I'm like, oh my God, she is so big. But then I'm thinking, well, she's the mom of all of the characters. I'll show you Roo. Here's Roo. Roo is real little. See, just a little one. This one, I think, is the only one that has the safety eye. So I have to watch this one when Lainey plays with it. Because these are all going to be left here at my house. You know, I probably will say yes, if you want to take them home, you can take them home. But right now they stay at Grammy's house. But I had to do Rue. No, Kanga. She is, oh, I got a string. I got to get that taken care of. Is that coming out? Huge. And I use the same size crochet hook. And I'm like, oh my word. When I started doing the foot, I'm like, she's huge. She's huge. Are you ready? Are you ready? Look at her. Oh my gosh, she's so good. And got the pouch for Rue to sit in there. So Kanga and Rue. But is she not adorable? I mean, she's even got her little tail. But I mean, she's compared to Piglet or Pooh. She's huge, but she is so cute. Lainey played with them at Christmas time. So I had her in there. So I'll insert the pictures of her in the playpen with them because we had to get pictures with all of her characters. But I let her play with them. But, so that's my gang. My Pooh. My Piglet. Where did Kane? Oh! Tigger. And my little Eeyore. Those are done for her. And then what else did I work on for crochet? The dumpster fire. So I saw this somewhere. So it's the emotional support dumpster fire. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything is fine. So just a little dumpster. Of course, I do mine in purple. So it's got a little tag to put on it. And a little flame. So it was a quick, easy thing. I think I've made a couple of them so far. 4 of them. But anyways, so there's that. And then John's cousin asked if I could make a Snoopy. I'm like, well, if I can find a pattern. Lo and behold, I found a pattern. So I made her a Snoopy. See, that's the cutest thing ever. He was quick and easy to make. Just whipped him up really fast. And she wanted another one for a friend. So I've got 2 of them ready to go off to her in there. And of course, I'm going to have to make one. So I have one for Lainey. The channel that I followed on YouTube. If I remember, I'll have it running out the bottom of the screen here. Has a Charlie Brown in there. She's got a Woodstock in there. Of course, I'm going to have to make those because, you know, who doesn't want a Charlie Brown and a Woodstock to go with Snoopy? So those. And then the last thing that I worked on that I just did yesterday, I have had this fleece blanket in my closet, still back at my old house. So it's been a couple years because I remember getting it when I was still part-time, doing all my running around Thursdays and Fridays. I was going to crochet an edge around it, and I'm like, you know what? I don't have time for that. I'm not going to do that. Nope, I'm just going to do the regular tie blanket. So I did the tie blanket. So it's the roses, the flowers, what have you on the front. The back is just a plaid, and then, of course, you cut and then you tie everything. So I did my blanket. So that is that. All right, we've gone through all my whips. I've gone through all my crochet. Life updates. We're working on the kitchen still. Coming close to an end cabinet counterwise. We haven't got to the backsplash yet. We're still trying to figure out what we're going to do with that. But we've got 2 of the counters put in place, glued in, mounted in. He's getting ready to work on putting the framing to go around the dishwasher so we can put that countertop in and get my sink in with my new faucet. So it's slowly coming together. Love my cabinets, love my countertop. Kitchen is coming together. What else is going on in the house? Still haven't done any of painting, so everything is still white in here. So we've got to work on that. We'll get around to that probably next year. Next year, sometime this year. We're in 2025 now. Getting ready on that. Mags is still a pain in my butt, but we love her. She's 2, going to be 3 in August, so she's 2, just a little over 2. Pain in the butt. A bed hog. Wish she never would have been able to get in our bed, but that's what my husband wants. Anyways, Lainey's growing like a wee. Like I said, she's 7 months old now. We got to have her for a few hours on New Year's Eve so the kids could go out to dinner. We met them halfway. picked her up, brought her back to the house. She's in that stranger danger area, so a little bit of crying when she was just here trying to look for mom and dad, but we finally got her calmed down with having a fun time with her. But yeah, love having her. She is just the light of my life. Love getting Snapchats from Ivy with her. Christopher's son, but mostly it's Ivy sending me Snapchats of her. I told her, I said, we're going to start doing just FaceTime talking. Just so she gets more familiar with us. Right now they are staying with her mom and dad until they can find their house. But yeah, anyways, I think that's everything that I have to share. Yeah, nothing else. I will try to hop back on here probably the end of January to wrap up everything that I stitch on for the rest of the few projects for the month, and then just kind of do probably a monthly check-in. That way I can show you everything that I've worked on for the month. So I will touch base in a couple weeks, the end of January, and then we'll be at the end of every month for stitching related, crafty related. Hopefully I can start doing some cooking videos again. My Tasty Tuesdays, to get that going up on Tuesdays. And yeah, I think that's all what I'm going to be doing is Tasty Tuesdays and then my cross stitch. Maybe I'll pop in on a random other update, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But that's everything that I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this very long video and catching up with you all. But until I see you next time, remember to live a little, laugh a lot, and love always. Bye, guys.